used to think it didn't even matter. Now I see it in the way we live. If we don't choose, it's chosen for us. That matters. You matter. Right now matters. Vote for your future. The people over the parties. We decide the way it goes. The people over the heartache. Use your voice, take control. The people over the heartache. We the voice, every choice. Stand together over the heartache. You know, I ain't even know how deep it go. I used to think it didn't even matter. Now I see it in the way we live. If we don't choose, it's chosen for us. That matters. You matter. Right now matters. Vote for your future. The people over the parties.
1 2, testing 1 2, testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Can you hear me now? There you go. Can you hear me now? Testing 1 2. Can you hear me now? All right, good. So let me start over. First of all, if you ever in Shell Lake, if you are ever in Shell Lake, stop at Caribbean Coffee Shop. Amazing place, good coffee. They have breakfast items. They have lunch items. I had 3 dozens chocolate chip, sugar cookie, and oatmeal raisin. And I want you to know that it was a blessing to be up in Shell Lake. I see Russell is on. Bless you, Russell. Pastor Kilpatrick is on. Bless you. Anybody else that's on, just say hello. I'm not going to be on long, but I just really it's some things that I got to address real fast because we had a amazing time. What was that we was riding again, babe?
All-wheel terrain vehicle.
All-wheel terrain vehicle we rode this afternoon. We had a good time up in Shell Lake. I want to thank Terry, Elder Terry, for showing us a great time today. Pastor John, thank you for coming out. All the men that came out to conversation on the lake with Dr. King, I want to thank you guys for coming out. They came with questions that they wide had, and one of the questions that they had was, if we vote for David King, will we take votes from Tom Tiffany and the Democrats win? And that's the trick that they're using right now. Say, well, if you vote for an independent, then the Democrats win. But have y'all ever thought about that we will also be taking votes away from the Democrats as well? Did anybody ever thought about that, everybody is not happy with the Democrat Party, just like everybody is not happy with the Republican Party? And so when we look at this, we have to be honest and we have to be real. The last governor race, 890,000 voters stayed at home. 890,000 voters stayed at home because they feel that they didn't have anybody to vote for. Now we got another opportunity. We have an open seat for governor. We have groups on the Democrat side. We don't know who's going to come out. We don't know if a regular Democrat is going to come out. We don't know if a Democrat socialist is going to come out. Like New York. New York got a mayor that is a Democrat socialist for mayor of New York. We don't know who's going to come out of the primary on the Democrat side. On the Republican side, they have a candidate, a chosen candidate. They chose, not the people. Because here's the problem that I have. Republicans say that they are pro-life. They say they're pro-life. They say they doesn't believe in abortions. They say they doesn't that they does not agree with abortions. But the candidate that they have, I told people I would never do a smear campaign, but I will tell you guys the truth. In 2015, the Republican candidate for governor at the time was a state senate, and he voted in favor of a 20-week abortion ban. A 20-week abortion ban. 20 weeks, 5 months. 5 months. If you don't believe in abortion, you shouldn't even vote in favor of it. You should have just said, I don't believe in abortion at all. And that is not, and I'm not going to vote for it because I don't believe in abortion. But when you vote in favor of a abortion up to 20 weeks, which means 5 months, 5 months. And now you're running for governor. And we're supposed to believe that you have changed. That is so interesting that he doesn't have a primary, and you guys say that you are believers, you don't believe in abortion, but because he got an R in front of his name, you're supposed to rally around him and you're supposed to support him, and just so the Democrats doesn't get in office. This is why we lose what we lose today, because we're trading and compromising our values just so one side can beat the other side.
Yeah.
And we have to stop that. This is why we have a third choice now. Well, we don't really have to compromise. We don't really have to go along to get along. Think about it. 20 weeks. The baby is kicking. 20 weeks. If we say we don't believe in abortion, it shouldn't even be 20 weeks. It shouldn't even be 1 week. We say we don't believe, we don't believe. Now, I know there's people that says, well, what about rape, medical, incest? You put all three of those together, that's 1%. Or less than 1%. So 99.999 abortions is because of selfishness. It has nothing to do with health. It has nothing to do with rape. And it has nothing to do with incest. And then you have a Republican candidate that says, I'm pro-life, but I voted in favor of an abortion up to 20 weeks. That's not pro-life. But we'll do whatever it takes just so one side can win. So so let me ask you a question. If the left wins, what do the people benefit if the left wins? If the right wins, what do the people benefit when neither side is for the people? So how do we as the people win? Property taxes up for the next 400 years. We have heard both sides say they for the people, and we haven't really got nothing. So when we really look at this thing, how many times we're going to compromise our children's future just so one side can say they win and the other side lose? Because the people lose because we voting for people that goes against our values. Now, I was on Facebook and I watched so many people say they did not vote in the Supreme Court's race because both candidates, as they say, believed in abortion. And we heard the argument. I watched it all on Facebook. We heard the argument. They say that, and there was a billboard that said Lazar believed in abortion of the 20 weeks. And so some people didn't go out and vote for her because of that. But yet, the candidate that they have running for governor in 2015 voted in favor of a 20-week abortion ban. Yeah. So here's the thing. We either believe in it or we don't believe in it. I would rather he didn't take a vote because he didn't believe in abortion at all. So I'm going to vote nay. I'm not going to compromise my value. But for the team, I'm going to compromise it. For the team, I'm going to go along with it to get along. People, independent is for the people. There's a lot of different candidates now that are deciding to run as an independent, that they're not being locked down to a party system. And the thing that I say to everybody is, I will never do a smear campaign, but I will put out truth. If we're going to ban abortion, ban abortion. You know, I don't think that we should compromise on anything of our own value. Democrats, look at your candidates before you go to that primary. If you don't believe in socialism, then you ain't got no business voting in Democrat Socialists of America. They're mixed in with the Democrats, but they are DSA, Democrat Socialists of America. And there are some that's already in office here in Wisconsin because all we see is DNR. We don't see anything else. Then the Republicans made a comment, and it was brought up at the conversation with King, that a vote for David, a vote for King, is a vote for the Democrat when they lost the last two governors' race and nobody independent was in there to take votes away. But the last governor race, 890,000 people stayed at home and didn't want to vote. 890,000 people did not vote in the 2022 governor's race. So it was down 4.7%. But the race before that, voting was up 6.1%. It's time for us to wake up. It's time for us to look around. Matter of fact, it's time for you to ask yourself a question. What have they done to make me be so loyal to them? Whether you're on the left or the right. Those on the left, you got food deserts, slumlords, potholes, high crime, bad schools. And you think they're loyal to you? On the right, we got bad schools, high crime. We have a state senator that wants our children to be taught, on the right, to be taught about organs donations in high school, organ donations in high school. And if a child decides to donate, they don't have to tell their parents. Organ donations in high school, but they don't have to tell their parents. The school do not have to let the parents know that your child signed up to be an organ donor. When we start to look at things, the school doesn't have to tell the parents anything that goes on in the school. You don't hear nobody on the right talking about that until it's election time.
Don't even do it. They don't educate.
Because they'll say, or they'll do it thinking that that's what you want. So those on the right, I'm not just taking votes from the people on the right, but I'm taking votes from the people on the left. I'm calling together everybody that is sick and tired of both parties. I'm calling together everybody that want different, that really want to change, that want a leader that'll stand up for the people and not a party's agenda, not the lobbyist agenda, but the people agenda. I'm calling everybody that want better education. I'm calling everybody that has a business and want to see their business thrive. I'm calling every farmer. I have been working and I've been studying the Tennessee Farmer Health Act. 14 states have adopted it. I think that it would be good here in Wisconsin for the health care of our farmers. So while I'm on my campaign, I'm doing homework on how to make life better for everybody. Everybody. So I want you guys to understand something. So when we look at this, because like I said, I do my homework. So if you guys thinking not voting for a Supreme Court judge because they had billboards that's saying that she is okay with the 20 weeks abortion, and a lot of you didn't go out and vote for her, why would you go out and vote for somebody that voted for it? Just a thought I'd get on here and give y'all something to think about, because again, I had a beautiful day up in Shell Lake. Shout out to Hardee's and Bloomer. Bloomer? Right, babe? That's where we were? Babe? Honey? Babe?
Mhm.
That's where we were? Bloomer?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Shout out to the Hardee's in Bloomer, Wisconsin.
Yep. Bloomer.
Bloomer, it was nice talking with the staff there and taking pictures. Thank you guys for signing my nomination papers. I really appreciate it. Now I'm in my hotel room in Eau Claire, home tomorrow. So I wanted to thank everybody. I'm telling you, it was an amazing time. So the next time somebody says, if you vote independent, you're taking votes away from the Republicans, say, yeah, but he's also taking votes away from the Democrats. It's not one-sided. And for the record, I'm not running out of rebellious. I'm running out of conviction, because we need better. We need real leadership. We need somebody that's going to stand up and say what needs to be said and change some things that need to be changed. But if we don't get the right people in office, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Think about it. Research. Don't just go along to get along. And don't just sit at home. You have a third option now. This is Dr. David D. King. Until next time, have a blessed night.
We decide the way it goes. The people over the party. Use your voice, take control. The people over the party. We the voice, every choice. Stand together over the party. You know, I ain't even know how deep it go. I used to think it didn't even matter. Now I see it in the way we live. If we don't choose, it's chosen for us. That matters. You matter. Right now matters. Vote for your future.